Everything is pointing to a player strike, basically a lockout for next season.
Could the WNBA be headed to a lockout?
The WNBA could be on the verge of the biggest crisis in its history, a full-blown lockout that could shut the league down next season. And this isn't some wild rumor. Everything we're seeing right now, the player protests, the public demands, the failed negotiations, is pointing in one direction. A strike is coming. Imagine this. Record-breaking attendance, sold-out arenas, a surge of new fans brought in by superstars like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Aja Wilson. And yet, the very women making this league matter are threatening to walk away. Why? Because after years of empty promises and underpayment, the players have reached their breaking point. Over 40 stars just made their boldest move yet, showing up to the All-Star game in shirts that screamed, "Pay US what you owe US," a not-so-subtle warning shot aimed directly at league leadership. And the timing? Absolutely explosive. The WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, the legal backbone of player pay, rights, and working conditions, expires on Halloween night, the 31st of October, 2025. A perfect deadline for a scary ending. If the league and the players can't strike a deal by then, the 2026 season could be dead before it even starts. And trust me, the fallout from that would be catastrophic. The warning signs have been flashing for months, but now it's impossible to ignore. The players aren't just asking anymore, they're demanding. And this weekend's All-Star spectacle proved it. Before the game even tipped off, more than 40 WNBA Street Rs took the court in matching black and white shirts that read loud and clear, "Pay US what you owe US." No press release, no carefully worded statement, just a united, visual gut punch to the league's leadership. And the message wasn't just about money, it was about respect. Nafisa Collier didn't hold back after the game, saying, "The players are what's building this brand and this league." She's right. Without these athletes, there is no WNBA. Yet, despite record growth in ticket sales, attendance, and television ratings, the paychecks haven't budged. The numbers are staggering. Attendance is up 13% year over year, averaging 11,000 fans a game, nearly double from just 2 years ago. Ticket sales have skyrocketed 26%. The league has never been hotter, and yet players are still stuck on outdated contracts while owners cash in. The shirts weren't just protest fashion. They were a public declaration of war, a loud countdown to the 31st of October CBA deadline. And the message couldn't be clearer. If nothing changes, they're walking. The real tension isn't just about this year's paycheck, it's about the future of the league itself. Behind those shirts is a ticking time bomb called the collective bargaining agreement. That deal, which dictates everything from salaries to travel conditions, expires on the 31st of October, 2025. And if that date passes without a resolution, we're not just talking about a delay. We're talking about a full-blown lockout, a frozen season, empty arenas, and millions in lost momentum. The players already tried to negotiate twice. During All-Star Weekend, they sat down with WNBA brass in 2 separate meetings, and according to insiders, both ended in complete disaster. No breakthroughs, no progress, just stone faces and awkward exits. One person even described it as sitting through a root canal without the pain meds. This is why the shirts mattered. They weren't a "please listen to us" request, they were a final warning shot. The players are past polite. They've built the hype, filled the seats, and reignited interest in women's basketball. And now, they want the league to put its money where its mouth is. The clock's ticking, and October's getting closer every day. Here's where the WNBA's excuses fall apart because the money is there. In just 2 years, average attendance has exploded from 5,600 to over 11,000 fans per game. That's a 13% jump year over year and nearly double since 2022. Ticket sales, up 26%. All-Star voting? Forget about it, from barely 96,000 votes in 2023 to a jaw-dropping 1.29 million in 2024. That's not just growth, that's a cultural shift. And yet, WNBA players only get 9.3% of league revenue. 9.3. The NBA gives its players 50%. That's not a gap, that's a canyon. The league minimum salary for a WNBA player is $66,000. The maximum, $249,000. Meanwhile, An NBA rookie riding the bench and checking Instagram makes $1.27 million just to show up. Owners claim their hands are tied, but expansion tells a different story. In 2023, Golden State bought into the league for $50 million. 1 year later, new franchises are shelling out $250 million each, a five-fold jump. Golden State's team is already worth over $500 million, but somehow there's no money for the women who built this boom? Please, this isn't a funding problem. It's a priority problem. Enter Unrivaled, the league that could burn the WNBA's playbook to ashes. Created by Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, it's not a hobby. It's a player-owned, fully funded, and athlete-first basketball league. No begging for charters, no praying for fair pay, no waiting for some out-of-touch exec to study the issue for 3 years. In Unrivaled, the players run the show, they control the money, and they get paid. And the WNBA hates it because Unrivaled exposes the truth. The players don't need the league nearly as much as the league needs them. During the All-Star draft, Collier didn't just hint at her loyalty, she wore an Unrivaled t-shirt on national television. That wasn't a cute fashion choice. That was a warning shot aimed directly at Commissioner Kathy Engelbert's office. If a lockout hits, Unrivaled wins by default. The stars will jump ship, the hype will follow them, and WNBA arenas will go dark. This isn't just a labor dispute anymore, it's a war for relevance. And the WNBA's opponents are the very athletes who made it matter in the first place. Now the clock is ticking, and it's not a soft deadline, it's the 31st of October, 2025, a Halloween deadline for a possible death sentence to the season. Insiders are already whispering that negotiations are going nowhere. 2 failed meetings at All-Star Weekend? That wasn't just bad, that was catastrophic. Both sides walked out looking like they'd just survived a root canal. No progress, no plan, no trust. If no deal is struck, 2026 could be dead on arrival. One lost season would nuke everything the league has built. Caitlin Clark's momentum? Gone. Angel Reese's media hype? Gone. Sponsors finally paying attention? Gone. Fans who just discovered the league? They won't wait, they'll move on. The WNBA can't survive a 2011 NBA-style lockout. The NBA had the brand power, the cash reserves, and decades of loyal fans to weather it. The WNBA doesn't BA. Lose one season, and all the momentum gets flushed permanently. This isn't just about paychecks anymore. This is about whether the league even has a future if they fumble this. And right now, the ball is rolling toward disaster. The message from the players couldn't be louder. Pay us what you owe us, or watch us walk. This isn't an empty threat. They've done the interviews, they've worn the shirts, they've built the momentum. Now they're drawing a line in the sand. And if the WNBA leadership still doesn't get it, they might be about to learn the hardest lesson of all, that the stars who built this league can just as easily take it somewhere else. Unrivaled is waiting, overseas leagues are watching, and the players are ready. If the WNBA fumbles this, they'll hand their own relevance to someone else on a silver platter. Fans, sponsors, momentum, all gone in one bad decision. This isn't just a labor dispute anymore. It's a battle for survival, and right now the WNBA is on the verge of losing it. Because in 2025, with record attendance, exploding revenue, and the brightest spotlight in league history, there is zero excuse to keep underpaying the women who made it happen.